Yeah,
All right, we're live. How's everybody doing?
pretty good.
Top of the world, brand new out the box.
I got my my cup of Joe. I got my other cup of Joe, which is more full. Because why not? And I got little devil on my shoulder that's looking for some treats. You want some treats, kitty?
Kind of treats you give your cat.
Frisky's cat food. I just put it in a treat container and shake it. Treats, kitty?
Kind of treats you give your cat.
Sorry.
I hear some echoes.
Yeah, sorry, that was me. I didn't realize I had my audio still turned on over here. It was just taking a minute to feed back through. What do you want, little cat? Hang on.
I'm hearing my own voice in my head.
Yeah, how's that? Yeah, here we'll feed the panther for a couple of minutes.
Panther, the real panther, looking out the window. The leopard cat. So what's happening, IOC?
Yeah, pretty good, man. All is well in Helen, as well as can be expected if you have any expectations at all.
What's up,
What about-
Melissa? Same old, same shit, different toilet,
This is it, bro. Same joint, more gravy, however you want to phrase it. It's just, anything that ever changes about change itself. It's us that evolve, we grow, it stays the same.
True.
Well, Charlie, how you doing, buddy? Charlie, I gotta show you something. I gotta show you what I wound up doing with that flag.
There you go, do a magic trick with the cat.
Yeah, I could do a magic trick with the cat. Kitty,
For real?
stay over here. Yeah, she does stuff. She does tricks for food. So Charlie, look at.
So I've just been into the chat simultaneously. I've dropped a like and a comment in each chat simultaneously. But if there is anybody in the chat that thinks that now I'm reading the chat, I'm not, because I'm back in StreamYard. I can't see the chat, and so
You can't. You don't see the comment section, like
not in all three of the chats. And so, peace and love to you all. Blessings. Thank you for coming. Let's have a blast.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on, IOC. We really appreciate you being here. Mountain Mama can't make it tonight. She has some stuff going on, so IOC is filling in.
Well, although she's got pretty small shoes, they're pretty big boots to fill, aren't they? She's awesome, isn't she?
Yeah.
I have nothing like that sort of cuteness, I'm afraid. If you're coming here for eye candy, I'm afraid you're going to be sadly mistaken. You're going home in a mood.
What's going on, Butters?
What's up,
Hey,
Butters?
from Motown.
You might see Jack get attacked by cats.
Oh yeah. She's down here. She's angry at me because she knocked her treats on the floor and she can't get them open. I've taught her. She knows how to unscrew the top on it. She does.
What do you
Even
got?
if it takes her 45 minutes.
Velociraptors?
Oh, there we go. See, I told you. Devil on my shoulder. Look at her. There you go. There's the real devil on my shoulder.
I was gonna say that's a way. That's a quick way to get pink eye.
You hear that?
Oh no!
No, what are you doing? You just gonna sit there? I got a podcast going on here, Kat. What are you doing? Hanging out on the shoulders. She's taking over the show. That's what it is. Jack's gone. Devil's gone. Now it's the Persephone show.
The Persephone. I see that. I come up in that chat, and I always wonder how to bloody pronounce it.
Yeah, Persephone. Yeah, Persephone is Hades' girlfriend. That's where this one got her name from.
Yeah, you got a pussy on your shoulder.
And here's me thinking it's breakfast at Tiffany's.
Kat, what are you doing? Just relax, will you? Keep my shoulder warm.
Hmm.
Sorry, first thing that came out of my mouth. Oh, cat. Go, will you? Thank you.
What are you
Too
doing?
much.
You're gonna have to shop. You're gonna have to stop showering in the sardine soap. It's just doing the cat no favors.
Hey, you see her behind me knocking stuff over? She's just knocking everything off my amp. She's angry because I won't give her any more treats. I told her she's a little chubby. You got to work on your figure, cat.
Oh, Lord.
A little bit of a McFly slide here. You guys could just stare at the kitty in the background.
It's all gravy.
Little troublemaker that she is. Oh yeah, I just realized, McFly. I don't have a computer. You don't have a computer, so we can't even stream anything if we want to watch something.
I got a computer. It's just a pain in the butt to get to. And my son, that's why I had to mute it for a second. He was like playing some like somebody playing Jingle Bells like on the keypad, loud as hell on his iPad. I was like, "What are you doing?" So if I had to go back up there in order to get the computer, it's going to probably be loud. So that's what I'm just worried about.
I gotta
My
figure
computer. I've got one that
out.
runs on cogs and valves. I've got to go out the back on the push bike to generate the electricity for mine.
Oh, come on. I am not doing good with the volumes tonight. I'm sorry.
What are you in, like multiple channels?
Yeah, and I always have the volume turned down. Yeah, I always do that. I go on everybody's
Yep.
channel and give a
Devil,
thumbs up.
come on, we know this now, Chester. Devil has many personalities.
Well, now did you see that there's 3 channels now? There's Jack Walls, there's Devil and Jack, because I kicked Jack out of the channel. He's still getting in there somehow. He doesn't know the password, but he's getting in there. And then there's a third one too.
What's up, Jason?
Yo, what's going on, Jason? How you doing?
It's like that movie
Nachos.
Multiplicity happening inside your head.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait. We'll see if we can make the third personality surface.
There's a whole cage match going on in there. He breaks out these cage matches in the damn chats.
I just remember the one part when he was like slow in that movie. He said, "She liked my peppy."
My Pepe. Oh yeah, see. There you go.
Back last round.
There you go. ILC. Read that comment.
AKA Jack. Is that like the Easter Bunny?
Yeah.
Oh Lord, that's going to cause controversy. Oh Lord, I'm not going to go live for a while yet. I'll wait till I see that break out in somebody else's chat. I'm not going to be the butt of that one.
Oh, I see. I knew I should have kept that one a secret.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it is what it is.
May ruffle my managing moderator.
You don't have a computer for real? Like
I've never had a computer ever, Chester. I'm completely computer illiterate. I wouldn't know how to operate one.
Damn.
Well, people say to me, "How do you know what you know without a computer?" I said, "I know what I know because I've never had a computer. I'm not distracted. I haven't got sidelined and side guided by these things."
Hey, Tori.
What's up, Tori? Only in the chat tonight.
Yeah, she's only in the chat tonight, so she's still here.
Hey, Turd Ferguson, what's going on? I don't. I can't pronounce that. I don't speak. What is that? Gaelic.
I don't know what that is.
Guard 90. What's going on, Guard 90? Charlie.
Princess.
What is going on, Phoenix? You know, it's funny, Phoenix. I swear that I have looked at your channel and I thought that it said Legendary Phoenix. I swear I thought your channel said that, but apparently I am just
Your
doing
mind
something.
can play tricks with you because if you're thinking one thing and you look at a word, you can genuinely think that's what you've just seen. Isn't it bizarre?
Yes.
It's like the Bernstein and Berenstein Bears.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
one?
Or Fruit of the Loom. You know how there wasn't fruit in the cornucopia? Because that's a load of crap. I know there
Yeah.
was. I know there was.
There you
Yeah,
go. Look,
I remember seeing it too.
I would just
Yes.
like to take a moment just for all of us to express our love and thoughts and prayers for Mountain Mama at this time. She's not here for a reason. We're not disclosing any reasons, and just the fact that she isn't here says it enough, because she doesn't give up her spot lightly. She loves what she does, and she does what she loves. And so my heart and my prayers and my thoughts are with Mountain Mama at this time.
Me too.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. Damn.
Yeah,
I'm
Phoenix.
sorry to hear
That's.
that. I'm scared, terrified of the dentist.
Ugh. Phoenix. That's rough. I don't even want to read some of that out loud. I'm sorry. Some
Hmm.
people have a thing with dentists. Like McFly.
Mhm. That's right.
Yeah, definitely positive vibes. Positive vibes, of Mountain Mama. Yep. Thank you, Subi. Prayers to Mountain Mama. Ken Big Fishing. I get around. Well, that's. Thank you. Thank you for that piece of information, Ken. Well,
Hmm.
well noted.
Round and round, round you go. I get around.
Well, we appreciate you, Mountain Mama. Your content and your words and your thoughts help so many people daily. So we're just trying to return the favor. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Subi, what's going on, buddy?
Try we may, but we shall never conquer, for Our Lady is absolutely invaluable and priceless.
Well said, Andy. You always say everything perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, you'd be great to do like an intro, like in an album. You know what I mean? Like start an
oh,
album off.
oh, that's a great idea. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got a couple ideas for a couple collabs with a couple different people, and I really want to try to figure out how to virtually do it in a studio thing, and then I'll mix everything at my house, and then send the videos out to everybody, and then we just launch them from all of our web pages. We should have Andy do the intro for that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. If you just do me the script, no problem. And
Absolutely.
if you wish me to make any amendments to the verbatim, we can do that together too. And I'd consider that an absolute honour to do for us.
Hell
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're definitely you're definitely the fella to do it, Andy. You definitely are. Well, Phoenix, we got much love for you. You're another one. Your content touches a lot of different people daily. As I do the McFly slide.
I'm happy your numbers are going back up there. And everybody if you put your ads on, we'll put it up there so more people in here. If they're not subscribed, they should subscribe.
Well, if we just keep sharing each other's channels and keep uplifting each other with positive, harmonious comments without being derogatory or inflammatory in a negative way, well, then we can only prosper and grow. And only if we grow, at whatever rate it is together, with the strength in numbers, and just keep picking ourselves up each and every time we need to. Simple as that, whether it be once a day, once a week, or 3 times an hour. Count us in together.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, well said.
Hmm.
Love knows no bounds. Love is unconditional, and love is pure, honest, open rebuke. We have to know when someone comes at us in a certain manner, we may not like what we're hearing, but it's the intention behind it, and if it's from the loving vibration and that harmony that we seek and need, well, so it shall be. And that's what we're here for, to raise the harmony and keep that resonant flow going between us.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Getting there slowly. Maybe by the end of the week, we'll be at 300. Nice, Phoenix.
Nice. Yeah. See,
Not bad. Not bad at all.
you
And
know,
blown that thing out quick.
yeah, to go from like where you were, like the nothing, to back up. That's really good.
It is, man, because when you compare that to my channel, when you look at a boring old guy that's rough around the edges and can see that I've slept under many bushes, it's taken me over 6 months to get 300 subscribers.
Mhm. That's true, though. But I mean,
I had
you're only doing that off of lives too, IOC. You
I
you
know,
don't
bro. I
you
know.
don't have any
I'm no.
shorts. So I mean, that's
yeah.
actually really impressive that you got that many subs off of shorts that you wind up erasing when you're done. Like seriously, now that if you think about it like that kind of blows my mind. That means you had enough people going through your chats that might never say anything but have subscribed. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? That's
Oh,
pretty impressive, buddy.
do you know
Yeah, that's
something?
pretty good.
Because I'm modding a couple of other channels. I was in another chat yesterday, and I think it was this guy, and I said hi to everybody. And one of his other mods came in to me and said, "Oh, what a great live yesterday, Andy! I watched it. It was so funny, and we had a blast. But I was so tired, I just couldn't comment." I thought, well, there you go then.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
like with me, sometimes I'll go in. There's certain channels that I'll go on, and Tori, you're ridiculous. Thank you. There's certain channels that I'll go on, and I just want to listen to what the person's saying. I mean, I'll frequently go in and read the chat, but it's more listening to what that person has to say. That's why I'm there in the first place. And IOC, I'm sure there's more than enough people that just go into your chat and want to listen to what you're saying, not necessarily what we're saying in the chat section. You know what I mean?
exactly. Because
So
sometimes the chat is so good though, and it's so hearty in there because we are such a good group together and fun, and joy and laughter. That
yes.
when you are wrapped up in the chat and you're reading it, as you're reading it, we're baiting a response within ourselves. And so while we're reading, we are now trying to respond automatically, and we've got all that going on. And as you say, then your ears fall deaf to what's actually going on. The host has lost the place on the podium because the chat has got us. And so I find that too. Certain places I go, but there is certain channels that I will go to, and the chat is irrelevant. We all come in, say hi, and that's it. We get down to listening to what's got to be said, But
Mhm.
there is other
Yeah.
channels whereby, like myself, I work off the cuff. There's nothing preambled, there's nothing pre-gambled, and nothing like that. And I just work in the moment because I live my life in the moment. And
Yes, sir. Yep.
I find it easy that way. It's okay for me because it's natural for me. It may not work for others. They have to set everything up and get scripts ready and have a time slot and all these kind of things. Well, I'm blessed like that, and I'll give thanks that you all recognise that in me and give me value, because that's something I've struggled with over the years, is giving myself any value. And you guys really give me that boost that sometimes needed. So I thank you, everybody.
Much appreciated, though, IOC. I mean, I could say that for a lot of us out here that we get on here and everybody out there in YouTube land is the ones helping to boost us up, and I know you're certainly one of them. Like Charlie is for me. I love watching Charlie, just like I love watching anybody out there. Tori's very inspirational. I love watching Phoenix. Phoenix, your laugh is ridiculous. Some of us
Mm.
have contagious laughs, like you, McFly, you have a contagious laugh. Andy, so do you. You know.
There you go. Thank you, Tori.
Thanks.
Shout out to Tori. Way to go, Tori, my girl. There we go. That's how you show dedication, guys. That's how
Yes.
you show commitment, and that's how you show proper, true love and support. And that you're not frightened to get on board with this and, stand in truth, stand in love, stand in unification, common unity. We all think the same in common. That makes us unified. We have common unity together. Beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Tori.
In law, we call it substance over form. When you look at the maxims of equity, it's called substance over form. In layman's terms, it's action speaks louder than words, and that's what that is right there.
Yep.
So much self-esteem.
You guys have given me so much self-esteem and showed me love when I can't even get that love from my own family. And I feel like that orphan. And that at the end of the day, all I was looking for was love. Well, you've got it in abundance here, brother, because we love you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Charlie's good people.
And
Ashley.
Charlie, I'm gonna tell you, like I literally, I mean, you saw what's on Devil on My Shoulder. You saw that stuff that I put on there, and that's nothing. Like there's more, and that's my own family. So yeah, I completely get that feeling, of just being like so lost, and not having anybody to talk to at all. That's why I started going live. I wouldn't even show my face in the beginning, and there's people out there that'll attest to that. There's people out there that have been talking to me since I wouldn't show my face, you know. So I completely get it, 100%. And honestly, I think it's a good platform. I think this is a great way for people to work through things. You know what I mean? With with
And
uh, with with good people, good Smurfs out there.
And
I like to say.
exactly. And that's why I offered to come on the live with you. And that's why I advocate and offer to come on the live with everybody. I offered it to Mountain Mama back in the day. I offer it to everybody.
Mhm.
And it's not that I'm not petrified or not nervous myself, because I am and I was. But, united in arms, hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, we've got strength and belief and vision. And that's how we go forth.
Yeah, we got a
Absolutely.
great community between us,
Oh, that's awesome, Phoenix. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know. And like there's a lot of you I remember from the beginning. It's just I don't know. It was a scary thing for me at that point in time, as silly as that might sound now. You know, it just it definitely was. It was just new. You know, like now I don't care.
Hmm.
you know, you guys see me. I'll be doing a live on a podcast, arguing with myself in a chat all at once
Go,
because it's fun.
Going live on YouTube and showing your face on a live on YouTube for the very first time, if you're serious about it, it for me is akin to probably, though I've never done it, it must be akin to going to a nudist beach for the first time and exposing yourself, because it's that same
Yes.
it's that same level of exposure, isn't it? It's that
Yes.
shyness and that introvertedness. It doesn't matter how outgoing you may think you are and how confident you may think you are. Press go when it goes 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? You better be.
100%.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, that's how it was for me. And then once I kind of got over my fear of it, that's when I realized, well, I have to do this for other people. And I'll never forget, Charlie. I know you're out there listening, Charlie and Ashley. Oh, look at this devil on my shoulder again, looking for food. I remember that chat where you were saying, "Oh, my channel never grow" and all of that stuff, and I was like, "Buddy, don't say that. Don't say that because it doesn't take much to grow out your channel at all.
Yeah.
It really doesn't. And all we did was just share your stuff around a little bit, and bam, there you were. You were able to grow, you know?
Mhm. Amen.
Cap, what are you doing? Will you just relax?
I mean, like I told you, I had an idea. I said I wanted to make a video go viral. I kept messing around, and you know, I had a video blow up. I went from 12 subscribers to a shitload, you know, in no
Mhm.
time.
Awesome. Awesome, brother. Fair play. Inward manifestation outwardly attracts. And if you're asking specifically and you're asking from the right heart, you know, and you've done no wrong, ye shall receive plus a piece. That's what it says in the book. You know, you'll always receive plus a piece, whether that's good or bad. And it's that
I,
plus a piece that will often break a man if you got evil coming to you.
I agree.
This cat is just ridiculous. Sorry, guys. If you hear a loud crash in the background, it's just the little panther behind me acting up.
That's crazy. I just give my cat some treats, and that's when she comes around when she's hungry and she wants some treats. Other than that, she likes to chill by herself.
Oh, no, no, no. She wants her treats. They're behind me on the floor.
Hmm.
She can't get it open because if I put the lid on tight enough, she can't get it open with her claws. If I leave it loose, she knows how to unscrew the lid. She'll like claw at it and try to hold it down and unscrew the lid. I'm telling you, this cat's
What
really smart.
what is she, a velociraptor?
I trained her. I literally, you can train a cat with food, and I've proved it.
She can open doors.
I can get her to jump back up on my shoulder. It's easy. She's doing it right now, and I'm not even asking her to. You'll move. Sorry.
How many cats do you have again? I know you had this cat and then the JoJo cat.
Yeah, that's it. I just got that one in JoJo. I have outdoor cats that are just wild cats. They never come in, and they're just they're like farm cats. If you know what a farm cat is.
Is JoJo a farm cat?
Does JoJo have a collar?
Yeah, he has a collar, but he's never inside. He's always I see him outside, even when it's snowing. The cat's outside.
Yeah,
He be
this
fight.
thing is a velociraptor. Look at this. Look at this cat.
They come in a
He's-
jar like that.
yeah, yeah. You know what kind of ow? You know what kind of jar it is?
Oh, weed jar.
Yeah, just rinse them out and put her treats in them. Hey, you're supposed to be facing that way. You're supposed to be showing everybody your teeth. Come here. Well, you want to do tricks for everybody?
Yeah, much love, Mountain Mama. And thanks for coming back, Melissa. I missed you, like I said. Melissa was when I first started going live and stuff. She would come in my chats. So Melissa's
Melissa
been
is awesome.
for a
Melissa
while.
is awesome. Hell of a woman.
Yeah, she is.
Hey, Melissa.
I'm just going to quickly read us something if that's okay, guys.
Oh, absolutely. I was just going to do the same thing.
It's from 1 Corinthians and it's 13, 4 through 7. And it says this: Love suffereth long and is kind. Love envieth not. Love vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not thine own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believing all things, hopeth of things, endureth of all things. That is what love is in a nutshell. That's why we are here together on this platform, right here, right now, for that reason.
Yes, absolutely. That was a beautiful passage. You all right, Jack?
Yeah, I'm good. This is just she's being a little terror on me. Oh, come on.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go lock you upstairs. Come here. You want this? Sorry, I know that was loud, but I have to just like open it and throw it on the floor so she can inspect it for herself and she knows it's empty. There's no more treats.
Hmm.
I keep a big stash of them on the back porch so she can't get them. The love
She's
chapter.
one of them cats that keeps on eating.
Yeah, but she's very active. She'll burn it off, and I don't. I limit how much. Yeah, I know. Persephone is really cute, Tori. She's great when she jumps on my back. Let me tell you.
There's a guy at 69th Street. Like when I go down to the train station, he walks around with a cat on his back. I got to show you one day when I go down. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of. That cat, he goes on the train, that guy, and the cat sits on his back and shit. And then when he gets out, I guess the cat goes to the bathroom, walks around, and then like when he's got to go somewhere, the cat jumps back on him.
That's a well-trained cat.
Yeah, he told me I could have done it with my cat. I tried to do it after I saw that guy, and I was like really stoned. I was out. I came home and I tried to put Leon on my back, and she just jumped off like she didn't want no parts of it. It's like, what the hell you doing? I don't know. I saw some guy down 69th Street doing it.
Well, that's kind of how I got her to jump up my. Hey, jump up here. That's kind of how I got her to jump up on my shoulder. I started putting her on my shoulder while I was cooking, and I would keep her there because I'd give her a treat, and then I'd show her if she stays there, I'd give her another treat. You know.
Well, if she would slip, you'd be eating Chinese food.
Well, if there was anything dangerous, I wouldn't.
Using a wok, like the flame on. Shh. Yeah.
Now she's sitting on the floor in front of me, just staring up like this. Twitching the tail. No more food. No more food. Phoenix, much love. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Good night, Phoenix. Thanks for coming.
Yeah,
Good to
night,
see you.
Phoenix.
Been a long day out on the YouTube streets.
Hmm. Hold on a second. I'll be right. I'll be right.
Take your time. Take your time. Yeah, so I don't know. I had a pretty good day today. I did. Got some stuff done. Oh yeah. Well, here's something else too. Old Jackaroo got himself a haircut. Look at that. I know my hair's a mess, but at least it's short.
See, I've cut my beard off, and everybody's gone and had a trim. Charlie's gone. You've gone. I'm looking. I'm looking. And look at that old man looking and feeling so much younger. I want a piece of that.
Listen, Andy, I'm gonna be real with you. Once you clean that beard up a little bit, you lost about 10 years off your face. Serious.
No, I'd just let it go on a little bit too long and neglected myself, shall we say, in the facial hair area, But
Oh
here
yeah.
we are. It took but a minute just to throw that damn thing in the bin, and all the lunch and breakfast that was stuck in it as well.
Kat, I am not on a computer right now. I'm only on my cell phone. So if I'm on a cell phone, I can't play any videos. But if you send one to me, well, no, because none of us are on computers right now. So I don't know. Maybe send it to me anyway, Kat. Send me the video. We'll see. I'll see what I can do. I might have to bounce out of here for a quick minute to be able to do that. Go ahead, send it. Send it. We'll see what happens. Charlie says, "Yes, sir, Andy. We all can't let you look younger and not join you, brother. That's true. I did this morning.
That's right. We're getting the band back together, guys. You know, and we better look sharp while we're doing it, hadn't we? Let's be honest. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Ship
Yeah.
shape and Bristol fashion, my nan would say. So if we're captaining the ship here, we better, you know, look tidy doing it. Come on.
Exactly.
It's like when fishermen go out to fish, you know, and they can be out at sea for a month or two at a time. But you see, the day they're coming back in, they're all shaved up and they're all washed and whatnot like that because they don't want to come back to shore stinking and, you know, people thinking that they're away and they won't buy the fish from them. It's true fact.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Cat D, I did get that. I'm just gonna wait for McFly to come back because I have to bounce out in order to read that.
And there's no way that you're going to be able to leave me up here on my own because anything could break out.
Yeah, yeah. So, Cat, just I'll check that in just a minute, and then I'll send that out to. Actually, Andy, you take the reins for a minute. I'm not going to be gone longer than 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Just gonna go grab this video and then put it hand it backstage, and we'll watch it. Okay.
Okay, bro. No bother. Mind your ankles on the trapdoor. Welcome in, Wanda. Nice to see you in, my lady. It's been a moment. We can drive that ship looking ragged. I know that, brother. I know. We can't. We've got to do the best, you know. And my nan raised me with cleanliness is next to godliness. And so I was feeling unclean, though I wasn't unclean. I felt my appearance and was getting a certain way. And, you know, though I don't really care much for what people's opinions are of my appearance, it was my own thoughts on it. And I thought I was just getting a little bit out of hand, you know, and I was looking a whole heap older than I really am. And so I just shortened it all back a little piece, you know, and in some type of aid of rejuvenation. I'm not sure if it bloody worked, but hey ho, God loves a trier, eh? Never a chancer.
Exactly.
Look at that, I filled that 30-second gap. It's almost like an auto cue. I don't know how the hell I do it. Boo! And
Well,
here's
you did a really good
IOC with the back filler.
You did a really good job. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, I think we might bring someone else up on the panel too, IOC.
Okay, brother.
I think we're gonna bring Cat D up.
Awesome.
So I'll be right back.
Okay, my guy. Is Chester still with us?
Chester's still with us. He's just in the background.
Okay.
And I am just sending some messages real quick. We have our backstage stagehands, so I'm sending
Absolutely.
messages.
99 Trojan says, gotta always try, even if it's for nothing. Do you know, if you've tried, it's not for nothing. Because if you give it your all, that's everything. You know, so that disqualifies no thing. If you give it your everything, that's much more than no thing. So that's why God loves a trier, you know. It's never a failure. You may not have come out the way you wanted to, but it's never a failure. It's an honest attempt. And if you haven't got it how you wanted it, you can always do it again. Retry.
Exactly.
Refresh the page.
Exactly. Well, I don't know what happened to McFly, but yeah, that's okay. She isn't backstage yet. I gotcha. Yeah, I think we lost McFly. Can we play the video? That's cute.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Retarded. Yeah, absolutely, Wander. Yeah, it is pretty cool. What's going on, McFly? You back? We know what you meant, Wander. We know what you meant. Yeah. Cat D, if you click that link, you should be you should have followed it to the StreamYard. Once you go backstage, you'll be let in. So
Yeah.
you got to
So
follow that link through.
make sure the link that you've been sent, that you click on the writing and not on the StreamYard link itself, because that'll bring you just to StreamYard. You'll make sure you actually click on the writing for the link that you've been sent.
Yeah. Ooh, you know what? So I would like to play another video, and it's one that I've talked. Hey, Kat, what's going on? How you doing?
Hey, Cat.
Kat, are you with us? Can you hear us?
No.
Hey,
No.
Kat.
Okay. Well, she was there for a second. Hopefully, she
Oh,
comes
and I
back.
see it. I got it. Let me see if I can. I tried to get it back. It won't let me.
That's all right. We got our backstage hand helping us.
Should I kick her from the studio and then let her come back, or would that mess it up?
I don't know. She's in the studio right now.
So yeah, if you go on the bottom, like where, like the
Yeah,
stage. I
just
mean,
Kat, we're gonna boot you. Try coming in again. Sometimes StreamYard is just a little funny.
I want no. I'm not gonna mess with it. I'll just
Okay.
leave it there. I don't know what
All
to
right.
do.
All right. Yeah, let it go. We'll let the stagehand mess with it. The video I'm going to bring up is actually the one I sent to you, McFly, about how I was telling everybody device disconnected. Your device
Please.
disconnected. Cat D.
Who's?
Hey, what's going
Oh,
on, Nikki Lee?
Hi,
Cat D
Nikki.
is
Welcome in, my girl.
Cat D. Just click the link again if you don't mind. So the video is how to make a gasifier for wood to be able to burn the wood smoke.
Mhm.
So I got to back out real quick and go grab that, and then I'm gonna send it backstage, and we'll watch that one.
It's got to be
all right.
real hot. They got to get it hot.
Yes, hot and dry.
Yes, my lad works in such a place, and where they generate electricity from waste food,
Nice.
and to the extent where they create so much electricity, they feed a whole industrial plant from it.
That's great.
Mhm. Like a whole gridded area. It runs a whole grid.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
It puts more in than he takes out. You're saying?
No, yes, yeah. Well, no, it puts out more than it takes in.
Yeah.
You know,
that's right.
it literally runs on processed food, and that's what they do. They've got machines that squishes it all down and turns it into a gas. Then they burn the gas, and it creates electricity and spins wheels and cogs. And next minute, the lights are on, all from getting rid of waste food.
It's pretty extraordinary.
What's up, Kat? You're back.
Well, I want to piggyback on what he was just saying. I know up there in Taylor, the dump they turned in, Taylor pays no electricity because it's all produced from the old dump that was
Yeah,
up there.
all the gas, the
Yeah.
methane gas
Yeah.
falling off.
Yeah. They burn the gas and create which in turn turns a cog, which creates electricity. It's all through dynamo almost.
That's pretty cool.
The old steam age technology. Nothing's evolved really. We're just led to believe it all is. There's nothing new under the sun here. We're actually retarded in our notion to believe that all this stuff is new.
So McFly sent me something. It's called the Stirling engine, which essentially is a engine that works off of the air temperature difference between two cylinders. Okay, and it does that with an external flame. So essentially, you could burn garbage, and as long as it's producing heat, you're converting that into a circular motion with so you can power things and stuff. So.
And you back to Newton's rocket, same thing.
Absolutely.
That's pretty cool.
Mountain Mama, you're the best. Just saying, y'all the best. We
Yeah, you're the
appreciate you.
best.
We do. We
We love
appreciate
you, Mountain Mama.
You betcha.
We love you
Matt,
lots.
I'm sure Matt and Mama carries a special place in many hearts. I can say that with surety in my heart.
Yes.
That's a fact, Jack.
Okay. then.
That's a fact, Jack.
So what's cracking?
Hmm.
We love you too, Mountain Mama. You
Do you know,
all are the real ones.
you just come across some ladies in life sometimes, and they are just sweeter than honey itself. And it's beyond language for me, and it's beyond expression. Their beauty, and I don't mean the flesh, I mean within, and what they wouldn't give, and the calmness and peace and the resonance and wise ways that women pick up because they are so perceptive compared to men. Men are
Yes.
dumbasses. Men are
Yes.
absolute dumbasses. And
That's true.
if you get a man that can shut his mouth a minute and throw the ego away and pin his ears back, you'll learn a lot from ladies like Mountain Mama.
You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right, IOC. Absolutely, 100%.
I know I'm a man. I'm a meathead myself. I know. I'm trying to learn all this.
I have become a really good listener. I have.
Well, as the good book says, you know, be quick to listen and slow to speak.
Yes, sir.
I mean, there is a lot of them Kardashian types out there.
Yeah, that's right. You're absolutely right, Nick Flag.
But they don't
No,
last.
No, there's no longevity there.
I mean,
Exactly, because they're like everything is out of this world. They come to pass, and their season are short, you know, and nor can they prolong their season or hasten another. So make the best, you know.
That's
Yes.
true. Here today, gone tomorrow.
Oh, I love it when I get all biblical. Sometimes I turn myself on. I'm sitting there clutching onto my own damn leg. Is that normal? Is it okay?
Crazy.
It helps, doesn't it?
Yes, it does help to be crazy. And when people call me crazy in a not so
great
nice
answer.
way, I always just say, join the club or get out.
If you're not crazy in this devil's realm, there is something wrong with you. If you consider yourself normal, I would tell them very sharply, you know, mind the back of your neck on the gate on the way out.
I think I'm technically considered legally insane.
Well, what is insane? Like invalid? You're not sane, or it's not valid, or what is the spectrum of sanity? What is the spectrum of normal? It's a cycle on a washing machine. That's it.
As I'm doing wash.
as he's doing wash, yeah.
Exactly, man. You make sure you get them britches on normal, won't you? Otherwise, you're going to be abnormal.
Okay. Jack, that second video I sent you would fit perfectly with this conversation.
Oh, let me go grab it.
I said that once when I was tripping. Normal is abnormal is abnormal is normal. I kept saying that when I was tripping one night. And I was like, what are you talking about,
Well,
man?
you know, it's funny, the language, because I was watching a documentary about the decimation of, you know, the tribes people in Australia, and the very fact that they've given them a title of Aboriginal. They are the Aboriginals. So what's ab? Ab is no or not in the language, like abnormal, Aboriginal. They are the original people. So for somebody else to come along and give them this title and then start herding them and doing what they're doing to them, if everyone wants to look into the history and where they are now, it's absolutely disgraceful.
It's kind of like what they did to the indigenous people when the
In America,
Europeans
yeah.
came over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Chris Colombo and his friends.
Chris Colombo.
Yeah, I like Columbus Day for a different reason, man. Not because of the guy, because that's the day they freed the Italians from the concentration camps in America, basically. You know that they put Italians in internment camps in America, and they freed them in the 40s on Columbus Day. So that's why I like Columbus Day.
And do you know why they put them in them camps?
Because they're enemy aliens of the state.
And they didn't appreciate the canon and ecclesiastical ruling that is imposed from the Vatican.
What do you mean?
And the same ruling is still imposed from the same place this living day. It's imposed upon your birth certificate, though. The same canon ecclesiastical ruling, maritime admiralty laws. And that's why we are all indoctrinated to believe that we are a fictional entity or a piece of paper. For banking purposes, for just to keep the wheels of commerce turning. That's what we're here for. We are you know, the shores that's holding the water, where stand the banks.
We're the stock.
Yes, we are the ebb and the flow. You know, the stock, the chattel, the cargo. That's why you got a number. You know, we're like, almost like a piece of air freight. That's why you need a port pass to go anywhere.
Yep.
So security number.
Yep.
Yeah, just a number.
It's a bond. It's all trust law. You have to understand and study trust law, and to understand how the birth certificate works and how you can discharge certain claims made against it in this commercial realm through the Federal Reserve, and how it's set up, and through their own rules and their own laws. Like the bills of exchange, go and look at the bills of exchange. If you look at the bills of exchange and then go and see if you've ever had a true bill, you've never received one in your life. We're just absolutely duped into thinking that we have.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is the video, right?
Yeah.
This is the one you're talking about?
Yes. Yeah. That one's wait.
There was you only
No.
sent me two. There was this one and the TP one.
Oh yeah, this is it. But there's another one. Okay, this one wouldn't fit in with the conversation, but this is a good one.
Oh, all right. Okay.
The other one's about a 5-year-old and her two dads.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
Lord.
into a checkout line. All of a sudden, this lady came up behind me, tapped me on the shoulder, and she said, "Excuse me, I was about to pay." I was just going to move out of the way. But then she said, "How stupid are you?" Then she said, "How stupid are your people?" And that's what made me freeze. I was just standing there now, and she just starts yelling at me. 2 minutes have gone by. 2 minutes of a random person yelling at you in a public place is a long, long time. I was waiting for the right opportunity, and she gave it to me. She goes, "So, what do you have to say for yourself?" I paused. I looked her dead in the eyes, and I went, "I'm sorry." She ended up paying for my stuff. She walked me out of the store. She was apologizing. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to do that to you." I just gave her a big hug, and I said, "How stupid are you?"
That's great.
That is great.
Do you want me to send you the one of the 5-year-old?
Yeah, send me that one.
Okay.
Backstage, could we get the other video that I sent you with the gasifier, if you don't mind?
That should
Is
be
that-
like another account backstage.
Yeah.
Hey, backstage.
Yeah, it's look at I'm not doing anything. Well, oh wait until Devil starts talking to me in the chat, and I'm just gonna be like this the whole night. I'm gonna be like, "It's not me. I told you it wasn't me."
It's too much work.
Yeah, it's too much work. People think I have multiple channels. I told you I have one channel. I only have
too.
one.
Me too.
Christopher Jordan says we need to establish
No.
who we are, specifically when we are born. All is status, standing, and capacity.
I love Christopher Jordan. He's good people.
Yes.
There you go.
What's going
Because-
on, Dean? How you doing?
You see, at the end of the sentence, he's used the word born, but we seldom use that word born. I would ask you, when's your birthday? And we're tricked into believing that being birthed and being born are two of the same thing, and they're completely different. They're a different language, but we think they're the same. That's what we've been schooled to think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, see, 99th, I know. I only have one channel too. What a coincidence. Isn't that a coincidence? Two
This
channels
is
are
me.
too hard.
This is me now. I'm using my one and only fake channel.
Yeah.
This
Well,
isn't even IOC. This isn't even Andy. I don't even know who I am.
Who am I?
All as I know that it's illegal to accept the legal title.
All right. There we go. So what you're basically doing is you're burning the wood, but you're getting it to smolder, so you get a lot of smoke and like no flame. You don't want
Yeah,
flame. You just
Is that
want
the
that's
thing
right.
I
smoke and
showed you?
smolder.
Or
What's
this
that?
is that the thing I showed you? Or
Yeah,
No.
like a smoker.
No, this is what I sent you afterward. This is what I kept talking about with everybody on the channel, that I actually want to make one of these and then hook it up to, it's a generator I have that's about the same size as that one. But I want to put it all on a trailer so that I can move it around my property, either with a truck or I'll build a small trailer for the lawn tractor or a quad or whatever. But basically have this all on a trailer so that you can go somewhere, and just to get it started, burn a bag of pellets. You can get a bag of pellets for like a pellet stove real cheap. And once you get it going, you can just keep, as long as you keep feeding it wood and the wood's dry, you don't want to put anything wet in there. But as long as you keep feeding it wood, that motor will keep running. The big thing with this is having a scrubber to scrub the smoke so that it gets a little cleaner, if that makes sense. And then how long those scrubbers are going to work. But is that like rocket mass flow? I don't know. I'm not really sure what that is. But it think about it like this. It's a backdraft. So you have a fire in a house and they tell you don't touch the doorknob because if you
I remember
open the
that movie.
door, yeah, okay. So that perfect fuel air mixture that causes a backdraft in a house is, excuse me, what you're doing in a controlled setting with this contraption. You're creating an internal backdraft and then cooling and cleaning the smoke and then feeding it directly into a motor. So if you don't mind, if we could just start the video, and it's a short, so it's not too long, but you'll see what I mean about it. And there's no, it's not running off gasoline. I like it better when they remove the gas tank, but that's basically it.
Where's
One
the
of
fire?
those, the fire is in one of those. If I traced out the piping, I could tell you which one. But the fire is in one of those barrels, and then the other barrel is a scrubber to clean the smoke. There is a blower on the back of it, because what you want to do is basically force a lot of oxygen on it, but
Like
keep
a
the,
turbo.
yes, yeah, almost like you want to
How a
turbocharge it and create a
turbo
lot of
works.
smoke. Yes, yes, but you're essentially you're doing so. It's not, it's a little involved. You have electricity, you have a blower motor. You basically want to have that blower motor on a speed control, because then you can kind of throttle how much fuel you're giving
That's right. Turn it up and down a
motor.
bit.
But the nice thing with that is you're running a generator, so it's constant. So once you get it tuned, you're just feeding a fire wood and you're getting electricity from it. Now, what would you need this for? If you had where you didn't have fuel, it's like the end of the world type scenario, you know what I mean? And gasoline just is not available. Well, now at least you have an option of having power, because you could do this on a much larger scale. I personally wouldn't. I mean, you could, but the bigger you go, the more dangerous it gets too. When it's in this small of a configuration, it's not really dangerous. The worst you're going to get is a little pop. You're not going to get any like anything blowing up. You get it into a larger type scenario, and you just have to use thicker materials and thicker things and better materials and all that. So that's my rant.
If you want to keep clean hands, use a solar.
Well, here's the thing though. Initially, the way I would have it if I had to go off grid because there was no power is obviously solar. But what do you do in the wintertime when it's cloudy? You know what I mean?
This is it, you see. As Tesla taught us, harnessing the power is nothing but the retention.
Yeah, you get batteries, and you could get batteries that are backup batteries.
Yes.
And you can make,
like these huge ships, these huge shipping liners have them. The batteries a man can't even pick up. They don't show us this text, but that's what we do.
Capacitors?
The bank. We get a bank, you know, and we charge the bank, just like the bank charges us right now.
Could you get capacitors that are big enough to store?
You can use capacitors. You'd want, so the thing with a capacitor is a quicker discharge of any voltage really than a battery. You know what I mean? A battery is more of a longevity type.
I would just like to quickly cover a couple of comments in the chat, if that's okay, guys.
Absolutely.
Just while it's relevant.
Yes.
And it's just obviously that they're responding to things that I've talked about. And Ken Big Fishing is saying, has anybody ever noticed our names are in all caps on the birth certificate, driver's license, etc., anything? So what you will find is, if you look on your birth certificates, anybody that's got a birth certificate to hand, your first holy Christian given calling, there you go. There's the clue in the title. Your first holy given Christian calling. Mine is Andrew. When I look on my birth certificate, when I look at the word Andrew, they've taken the letter A and uppercased it. The rest of the word Ndrew has been lowercased. And so therefore there's a mix up there in the characteristics. When they take my second calling, which is my family name, what they've done with that is uppercase the whole thing. And when you look at the whole family name in uppercase like that, you realize that it's a corporation. Because when we look in the Oxford English Dictionary, there is no uppercase. So when we seek what it is, it's Chicago style manuals, it's legalese language, sign language, which we are not obliged to utter. That's not our business. It's of another society. And so what it actually is, that certificate, which is just a certificate of an event, like a public event, it's just a registration of that. It's quite crazy and in-depth the way that they've masqueraded what it actually is, but it's just a bank bond that's unlimited and infinite until it's actually our death certificate as well. Your birth certificate is your death certificate, you know, because it's a dead entity. And the uppercase language is where they've tricked us in schooling into writing our name that way also, you know, but it's a dead fiction. It's an like McDonald's or Burger King, you know, we know the name, but it's not an actual living man. It's just it's a corporate entity. And that's what the birth certificate is. It's a legal entity. And when we look at what the bills of exchange are and what currency is and how to discharge claims as such in the commercial setting like that, in a civil standing, well, our life starts to turn around a little piece, to say the least.
Yep. Charlie, have a good night, brother.
Chris says that when we take out a loan, it's actually your money, but they won't tell you that. Exactly, because a bank is a bondsman, is a banker, and what he's doing is releasing the fund from your birth certificate to you and allowing you to pay it back to them with fractional interest, and that's how the bank earns money. Otherwise, the bank will go bankrupt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Although since 1931 in your country, the bank has been liquidated anyway, because of the Gold Standard Act, where they removed the gold from the backing of the currency. They no longer have any intrinsic value at all. And that's why yourselves and ourselves in the UK, we only have a promise to pay. And we all know we can't settle anything with even a million promises, can we? Because what is a promise? It's comfort to a fool.
Yes, it is. The word company is from the military. Now it's just a legal battle instead of men.
Of course. And who's the first in the military on the front line? What's that front line battalion called? The infantry. Break the word down. Infant try. They try the kids first. They're the first to the slaughter. It's absolute meat fest. It's disgusting. We shouldn't be at war. So we're all killing each other, and goodness knows, and all these latest technologies of killing in God's name. What on earth is happening?
Well, we're going to Bitcoin, that's for sure. I mean, New York City, Mellon Bank is doing Bitcoin currencies. It's trying to tap into investors and traders. And now Trump's wanting to do crypto too, change the whole system. Since we're not backed by gold anymore, the dollar is like
Well,
trashed.
all of these puppets
going
that
to
you're
crypto's
talking
not good.
about, all of these public puppets that are speaking on behalf of the Zionists and the agenda behind it, which will be implemented by 2030, the one world currency, which will be digital, is exactly what they're getting us used to the idea of now. By allowing us to play with it and tamper with it and give the pretense that you're even earning on top of it, almost like going to the casino and winning every time. Exactly, and it's going to come to the point where they digitalize everything, and you are not going to stand a chance, because unless you accept the mark of the beast, they will switch your ass off. There will be no more buying and selling, as clearly written in the book of Revelation.
You'll be bartering.
We should be bartering. Bartering is private between you and I. It's nothing to do with the public commerce and taxes and levies.
Yeah, but IRS, they started where you have to pay on bartering. I remember way back when we first started our construction company, we had a contract with a doctor. Great. Doctor at the end of it says, I don't have any money for you. I'm broke. And we're like, are you kidding us? Like, we paid our employees. This was supposed to be our paid. He said, the only thing I could offer you is a computer. And my husband brings a computer home. I'm like, so how are you supposed to buy food with a computer? It was crazy.
Oh,
my God.
Yeah, that's right, Chester Jordan. Most people don't even know why they're at war.
well, it's the same concept. How do you eat a computer? How do you eat gold? It's all well and good swapping your money for gold. Your kids are still going to be starving when the proverbial hits the fan. We need to be homesteading, growing our own and raising our own livestock to be consumed. We need to be living proper, not the way
Yes.
we are.
Yes.
Growing up on an estate farm where it was amazing, because we always had not a year's of food. No, it was 2 years we had of food. And we always planted a third for the insects and animals, a third for us, and a third to sell. And you never go hungry because there's always food there.
Exactly.
And I went to a friend's house in the really elite section of the area after she had been invited to my house for dinner. And dinner time was always dark 30. Didn't matter what time of year, it was always dark 30. Half an hour after dark. That meant all the chores were done. Outside, you come in, you eat, and there was always a meat, a couple of different vegetables, a potato or of some kind. And then if it was a special occasion or a Sunday, there was dessert. So this girl came over and had this wonderful meal. I go to her house, supposed to be like ritzy, and her mother calls for her and says, your dinner's done. And she comes down with me. And the mother says, I didn't know you were having a guest. Well, I only cooked one TV dinner, so you'll have to share it. And I had no idea, never even saw a TV dinner in my life until then. And it was like gross and nothing. I went home. I'm like, Mom, I hope there's leftovers because I'm so hungry.
Oh, Yeah, so Christopher Jordan says, I grew up on a farm and didn't realize how good we had it. I grew up on a farm too, Christopher, and I knew we had it good. I did. I never took that for granted. But I didn't realize the full caliber of how good we had it until like I actually got out in the world. You know what I mean? It because even the beef that we would raise and then have processed tasted completely different than
Oh
the store
yeah.
bought stuff. And I remember Dad would go and harvest one of the cows, and then like each one of my sisters would get some of the meat, and like it was a big thing because it's a lot of meat. Number one, like it's
Hmm.
just it's a lot for anybody to store, but like everybody would get some off of that, and it would be like a couple months supply, in some cases. That's why I like deer too. I really do. I like venison, and it's been a long time since I've had any venison.
Yeah, I
But,
like venison.
Like I
I've
said, the time I had it wasn't too good, so I'll be willing to try it
Yeah, you
again.
gotta
But
cook it right. You gotta cook it right.
yeah,
so
it was
McFly,
not cooked right.
just to break it down for you to explain, and I do believe this is probably why you didn't like it. This is why most people don't like it. It literally was not prepared correctly for you. It's probably tasted awful and it was tough. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So right there, it wasn't prepared properly. Venison is a very tough. I won't say too gamey because I never thought venison
It
was
was
too
really
gamey.
gamey. It was
Yeah.
gamey as hell.
Okay,
What I had.
so the thing with that is one of the best ways I've had it prepared is you cut it very, very thin. And like I'm spoiled. I love doing this with the back straps. You cut it, and I know people are gonna yell and be like, "What a waste of back straps!" But I'm telling you, it's good. You slice it up into little tiny, like real thin pieces, and what you do is you fry up like a pound of bacon, and you get the grease from the bacon, and you fry. This is how you cook the venison. You fry it in the bacon grease, and the reason you do that is venison is so lean that it makes it tough, and it will lock in that gamey taste. When you fry it up with a little bit of bacon grease, it breaks down the like the muscle tissue. You know what I mean, like the meat fibers. And I'm telling you, McFly, I will cook you venison. You put it on your tongue, and you mash your tongue atop against the top of your mouth, and it will fall apart in your mouth. It's
Melt
that
in
good.
your mouth,
Yeah,
cooked
like
that way.
Mm,
candy. It tastes
Yep.
like candy.
I don't know
So,
about that.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Trust me, I know for a fact that Cat has
Oh
had it the
yeah,
exact same way. So,
Yep.
yeah.
trust me.
The caddies there too.
What's
Oh,
that?
I hunt. Are
No,
you kidding?
her cat, Cat
Me.
D, not my
Oh,
cat.
oh,
Yeah, my cat will eat venison. I'm sure she will. She doesn't care.
moose
Yeah.
too.
I don't know how to cook.
That's right.
Well, Jack's idea sounds
I would
awesome.
love. I want moose got a lot of meat on it. I bet a moose is like fattier.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't. There's no moose here. We do have elk in PA though. McFly, did you know that?
Yeah, Elk Mountain
Yeah.
used to be, you would go up to Elk Mountain back in the day, and it was like it seemed like all the trees were moving, and everybody's like, wow, look at those trees moving. Like, but it was the elk antlers.
Well, they have moose in. They have moose in near Erie and stuff. I heard.
Yeah, yeah. 99th. I do have a cat. Her name is Persephone, and if you rewind this live, you'll see her jump up out of nowhere and land on my shoulder. All right. So Persephone, the black cat, is where Devil on my shoulder came from because, yeah, joking. I'm sure you are. I have two cats. I have Jojo too. Jojo's stunt double, actually.
I would just look because you highlighted Mama's comment, and I would just 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to quickly. Well, I say quickly at Godspeed. I'm just going to read on the rest of the 4 chapters for Mountain Mama because it's for her tonight, isn't it? Let's talk about it. And
Yes.
is that okay with you, Jack?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. Here we go then. And to carry on, then it's Ephesians 6:14. If anybody wants to look back over it, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. For your word is your sword. That's why the pen is mightier than the sword. Paperwork precedes the man.
Nice.
That's what the Bible is. It's legal title. It's a split title, like Lord God, Mr. Smith, Tom Jones, John Doe. It shows us in our faces, like the truth is often in plain sight, but we're not taught to see it.
Thank you, Andy.
So when we're looking at birth certificates, when we're looking at names, when we're looking at trust law, if you want to look into it, look at split titles, look at real estate, know what it is, know what it means, know what it is to register. To register is to give. Know the value of your signature, your sign of nature, signature. It gives value to every damn thing. It's your legal consideration. Without it, you can't get anything. That's why it gives value to everything. You know, there's a difference between a signature and an autograph. We need to know the difference of the value.
And what would that be? What's the difference? What are you saying the difference between a signature and an autograph is?
Well, it's like asking if I went to Arnold Schwarzenegger, for instance, and asked him for his autograph, he could give me probably one of many for all of the characters that he's played. You know,
I see what
because
you mean.
you see, and it could probably make it personal to me. You know, and what value that would have would only be the value to me. You know, Jack could probably offer me $5 for it, and I could say, "Oh, no chance." I think to me, this is worth $1 million. You know.
Yeah.
Okay,
However,
I got it.
however,
Like
however, the signature is always in the commercial world. It's always in the public. That's why it's the sign of nature. It gives it a public life. It brings it to, to life. It brings the document to 3D. It gives it value. It's your valuable consideration. So, for instance, let's do a quick example. If I approached a bank today and asked for a mortgage, they would give me a piece of paper and ask me for a signature. I would grant it unto them. That is me giving my valuable consideration. I think then in return that they're going to go to the back to their vaults and pick out this number and bring it unto me for me to go and buy my property, giving their side of the valuable consideration. But in fact, that's not what truly happens. All as they do as bondsmen is release the fund from your banking bond, which is created at birth, and that's where the fraud is happening right there. They are not tendering the agreement correctly. They are not giving legal consideration, only we are. So therefore, they are duping us, and it's called subrogating. They are subrogating us and our true rights and benefits, and it's when you challenge them on it, the things will change for sure. But you need to know what you're talking about before you challenge anybody with anything.
That's true.
Yeah, that's very true.
Because I've heard people bring up these subjects, and it'd be a crazy person getting arrested, you know what I mean, outside of a bank or something. I've seen videos of people.
Exactly, and they'll terminology these people now say they take no notice they're crazy. Oftentimes, if you listen to their craziness, they are splurting the truths. But because they've got no evidential fact, when you are making these claims, you must back them up. He who makes claim has the burden of proof and must provide the remedy. That's the law. And so therefore, when you're out in the street shouting this and that and another, you might as well be out there waving your flag to protest, to be pro-government. If you're pro anything, you're for it. So if you're protesting, you're wasting your time. It's just all in the lingo. Really. It's a creditor-debtor situation. Once you learn who's the creditor, who's the debtor, that's the banking rules. The living man is the creditor, and the corporate entity, the birth certificate, is the debtor. We are forever crediting our debtor, but they are switching it up, thinking that we, the living man, are the debtor and we are to pay it back through sweat equity, or what would they call, because of abolished slavery, haven't they? We know this, so now it's voluntary servitude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yep.
So get your ass to work or starve. Because the law of the land doesn't apply to you. And I'm sure the last time I checked, God granted us the dominion of the earth, you know, and the law stands for the land, the air, the water. That's the sustenance of life right there. And God represents the grantor of dominion. And so if we are granted the dominion of the law, he who holds the law is the law. A corporation cannot bring a man to court. Thus, a living man cannot be held responsible for a corporate debt. They must prove it, which can never be proven.
So, what do you guys feel is the most valuable asset on the earth besides our mentality and our brains?
Besides the oxygen and the air and the water, and
For me,
every fruit bearing seed after its kind.
exactly.
And every living thing after its kind. Nothing apart from that, really. The seasons.
About
It would be
community or
land.
family.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
well, yeah, but I meant like if you're going by assets like cash, crypto,
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
investments, stock,
So you mean
bonds,
so you
real
so you would
estate.
so you mean what you would lend to as a worldly value in land, whereby if you look at the law, or the law of God's law, you know, land is whereby if I'm tired this afternoon and I'm taking a nap here on this piece of grass, you can't get on it yet until I've moved, you know, so it's mine at this moment, and then you can have it afterwards. I can't always own it, and I can't take it with me anyway. I can't dig it up and put it in my pocket and bring it with me. You know, so it's possessory right. If I'm there resting, you know, you have to just hang on a minute until you can rest on it. And as for this legally owning anything, you know, come on, how can we legally own anything?
Well, that's what, like, you know, the
Possession does
Europeans
not
coming
exempt
over
to the
here.
law.
And what do
Yeah,
they say about possessions? To have possessions, you must be possessed. So therefore, you're talking on the dark side. You know, we're spirits. We're not possessed.
no, this is just a hotel room here. You know, Earth is just a hotel room. Heaven is
Exactly.
home.
Welcome
Yes,
to
it
the
is.
Hotel California.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, where you can check in and never check out. That's right. Go listen to the lyrics.
Andy, I have a question for you. Do you believe that you could say how you want to die? And I don't mean suicide. Like, I had a friend and he said he had heart issues, and well, it was my girlfriend's
Cat.
husband.
Cat, I don't mean to interrupt you, but unalive is the word that we use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unalive. Unalive. Okay.
Oh no,
Unalive.
yeah.
So,
Analytics. It kills the analytics.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. What's going on, Asia?
he didn't say that word, but he said the happiest way for him would be on
Sorry.
his tractor in the field. And honestly, that's what happened. That's how, and I
Mhm.
know a lot of people in the past that says, oh, this is how I want to go, like in my sleep,
Well,
or, you know,
that
this
that's
way, that
if you're
way.
blessed, isn't it? That's if you're blessed, you'll get your wish, isn't it? Because you'll always get you wish, and you'll always get more than you ask for too, you know. And I've always said that we all always get what we deserve, and whether that be good or bad, you know, and it comes with that little bit extra. And so obviously he had done his little part that was deserved and well, you know, approved of, and he got his little bit extra. He was blessed, you
Yep.
know, because while we're in this living meat suit, in this fleshly, you know, body, we are what we say we are. You know, if you want to go and live on the opinion of another man and what he says you are, that's fine. That's up to you. That's lovely. But that doesn't work for me. I am what I say I am. And that's the very same principle right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hey, can we play that other video I sent you, Jack?
Yeah, just hang on a minute. I gotta go backstage real quick.
Okay.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Nope. Yeah.
Your
You guys
kid
can
doesn't
still
say
hear
that
me,
in the
right?
movie.
You
Yeah.
can still hear me. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
good.
Oh my gosh, I watched this really cool video today about the 5D and taking it into the 4D and bringing it to truth in the 3D, and it had to do with mirror. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. That's about a 7-minute video.
What do you mean by mirror? Isn't that like a space mission?
Space mission?
Mirror or something.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain.
Like a Russian thing, I thought.
No, it's nothing like that. It's nothing negative. It's actually a very positive way of doing things from the 5D to the and bringing it down to the 4D and into the 3D.
I got you.
It has to do with quantum physics. Oh, what am I looking for here?
On the scene, they did something crazy with some quantum chip where they could like get like some particle now or something and use it. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Like in the quantum computer, it could do something crazy now. They have some crazy. I don't know. It's hard to explain. Like where the chip is able to do two things at once, be two places at once, and they're able to like activate like I don't know. It's like a weird particle that they could never do that before though, and they're like trying to build that up.
And they can communicate with one another.
Oh, I'm bringing it up now about quantum computing. No, that's computing. I want computer. I know what the computing is. Here we go.
So we should have that video up in just a minute here.
Okay.
So I've just received, sorry to be so rude, I've just received a little message from Night to Night Frozen. He says, you going to bed after the live or are you having some time? I'm not sure what that means, or are you having some time? If you need me for anything, Trojan, just say so, and bro, and, you know, get it on the table. Sorry about that, everybody.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Listen, sometimes, you know, we all have stuff that we're going through and sometimes we got to
Exactly.
chat, you know?
Exactly.
I completely get that, Trojan, trust me. And if you need the chat, you know, by all means, I'm on Discord too. Just look me up, Jack Donald Walls.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, Jack, them very first introductions that you and I made to each other on the Discord back then, I'll take them to my dust, you know, because it is big, heavy hitting, hard impacting stuff sometimes, you know, and when we finally sort of find a man or a woman that we can, you know, actually trust in and unload some of this stuff and take the pressure off a little piece, it's few and far between, and we're rare, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
I think that was it. Actually, quantum teleportation. I think that was it. I think you're right. The chip where it could do that.
Episode of Kids Say the Most Unhinged Things. I had a patient come in who was like a 4 or 5-year-old girl, like preschool, kindergarten age. And I walked into the room and she was by herself. And so I left the door open. I sat in my chair and I chatted with her a little bit. I said, who did you bring with you today? And she held up her stuffed animal and she said, this is Kitty. And I was like, okay, did you bring an adult with you? And she said, yeah, I brought my 2 dads. And I was like, okay, cool. Did they go to the bathroom? And she said, yes, my adult's in the bathroom. And I said, okay. And so we were just talking normal. The door was open, waiting for her adult to come back. And a woman walked in the door and I said, hi. And who are you? And she said, I'm her mom. And I was like, okay, I'm going to need a little more context. And she looked at me like I was a moron. And she said, like her mom. And I said, okay. She told me about her 2 dads. And so I just want to clarify. And she said, she looked at the kid like, are you kidding me? And I felt like I was left out of an inside joke. And she said, I'm her mom. I am married to her stepdad and her dad is still involved. And she said to the kid, like, why do you keep telling people you have 2 dads? And the kid said, I'm just so proud to have 2 dads. And her mom's like, that's not what that means. Tell you that they are just tiny agents of chaos, y'all.
That's funny.
On this episode of Kids Say the Most
That is
Unhinged
funny.
Things, I had a patient come in who was like a 4 or 5.
Kids are great. Oh my gosh. I just love seeing what my grandbabies are up to now. Crazy stuff.
Mhm.
I have one grandchild. Whenever I go to her house, she's like, okay, she's 7, 8 years old. Okay, well, let's do some recordings for, it's the whatever show it is that day. And she comes up with she's like, no, wait, I'm going to come out of this door. So have the camera over here. Like she directs me like what she wants me to do. And we never post them anywhere. She just wants to make them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
My son's like an evil genius with computers already. He's like 4 years old. He like deleted a whole bunch of stuff and pictures and like hid it in some other like I don't know. He like sectioned off her iPad and my wife was real mad. And then I noticed there was a couple of videos on my YouTube that I didn't post. It was like from birthday parties. My son posted those videos. Like from the iPad somehow. He was able to sign into my YouTube account. And it is a 4-year-old. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
Yeah.
it's like
Listen,
pretty crazy.
I want to apologise really deeply, man, because 99 are saying, well, now that it's out here, yeah, I need to talk. Listen, I'm really, really sorry, man, but I can't respond to my Discords whilst I'm in this medium because it will just throw me straight out. And I would lose my place in the chat, and that's why I chose to ask, is it the fact that you need me? Because I'm here for that, but I didn't want to sound embarrassing or anything else like that either, man. We all need somebody, it's fine, but I'll be here for you afterwards, bro.
Are you there?
I'm here. Are you there?
Oh, I
Are
see.
you? Are you him?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh yeah.
I'm just saying.
sorry.
I'm just saying. Though, I can't actually physically respond to any Discord messages from anybody because it will just take me from the chat because my phone. I'm not on a computer or anything. My phone will just only can work one thing at a time.
Yeah.
A bit like myself.
Yeah. Ooh, you know what? I have another video. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I got one more I want to grab here. Now everybody got all quiet on me because I'm not there.
Oh no, I was smoking, man.
It's the
Oh.
anticipation.
Really, McFly? Come on.
It's the absolute. It's because you build us up so tight. We're like coiled springs here, absolutely waiting with anticipation and excitement. You build us up so high, Jack. Wait there while I go and get another video.
Oh, you're funny.
We didn't have no damn choice. You tell us, and you had gone.
We getting
Yeah,
another video
yeah.
now.
Yeah, we're getting another one now. Yeah, I just sent one out. So yeah, I just want to add one thing to what IOC said, Trojan. Like yeah. Sorry, he threw it out there, but he's right. I know that you can only do one thing at a time on when you're streaming from your phone. But seriously, dude, like we're all supposed to act like brothers and sisters out here and try to help each other and uplift each other. So
Yeah,
that's all it is. It's just a point.
And I didn't want to think that I was ignoring him on the Discord either. And I wanted to acknowledge him. That's all.
Yeah, that's all, man.
I've never checked my Discord.
Yeah, McFly.
Yeah, no kidding, McFly.
I'm being honest. I got so much because I go on Facebook and then I go on Instagram, and then by the time I get to YouTube, I'm like, oh, I forget I have other things. I don't even go on TikTok really anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, I never went on TikTok. Let's see. Trojan. Trojan is. Yeah, Trojan is in Mountain Mamas. That's right, Ken. Ken, where are you? You were in Mountain Mamas. I'm looking at all the chats on the other phone. I like bouncing in between the channels because I know some of us,
Hmm.
like Ken, likes bouncing in between.
Yeah.
Well, because there's 3 different chats going, you know what I mean? So just to see who is in each chat, I
That's
go
what
in there too.
when I'm not up here actually in the panel with you guys, that's what I do. I put I love you through the 3 of the chats, So one will say one thing, and then I like all. Then I'll come back and I'll say a word in each of them again, just so that it keeps the chat moving and it keeps the algorithm going.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
that's
to
all.
know.
Yep. So you keep moving and it keeps it going,
What's
It's
coming
among the
on
most
now?
efficient engines ever invented.
Oh, that's
First
a
built in the 19th century, the full potential of the Stirling is finally being realized.
That's good.
It can convert almost any source of heat into energy cleanly and quietly. Anywhere you need electricity and heat, the Stirling engine may be what you're looking for. And new versions of this machine may soon be powering our homes. It's among the most efficient engines ever invented. First built in the 19th century, the full potential of the Stirling is finally being realized. It can convert almost any source of heat into energy cleanly and quietly. Anywhere you need electricity and heat, the Stirling engine may be what you're looking for. And new versions of this machine may soon be powering our homes. It's among the...
Thank you. So, yeah, with that contraption, that is external combustion engine. So the neat thing with that is you could almost have something like that running in the basement of a house because, say, it's built into your wood stove. Okay, yes, you have this huge thing in your basement, but you'd almost be able to generate your own electricity just by creating heat for your house in the wintertime.
Yeah.
So we have thermal energy, and we have an electromagnetic ether. So what do we do with that? So if we put a rod in the ground and it's earth and it gets a current from it, and that's all that we've done straight away, and we've got a current. What? How do you amplify that? Shouldn't we be looking there?
That's
what Tesla was doing.
I was gonna say that's.
Hey, hello.
You need an aquifer. That's the first thing you really need is a good aquifer.
Yeah, come on. That it's a little bit. It's a little bit.
And Mercury. That's what the
So-
Egyptians were trying.
Does
I've
anybody
seen-
remember the name of his facility that never actually got up and running and was torn down?
I've
The
seen
place
pe-
in New York, and it. Like,
I've seen
caused,
people
like,
in
an
India.
earthquake.
I've seen people in India in their flip flops welding with wires coming out the ground.
Are
I've
you
seen
sure
that
they
too.
just don't have wires buried? That's like wait. Like
No,
a
I'm being
pencil
serious
mouse
though. But
machine.
listen, I'm being serious though, man. The electro, static around us, magnetic field around us can be tapped into. They know this. We can charge our phones at the moment wirelessly and all these things. We've got Wi-Fi, we've got Bluetooth, we've got all these frequencies, all these emissions. But if they give it to us freely, like the rest of the emissions that are around us, like radio, how the hell are they going to charge us? How are they going to make money off our asses? How are they going to get us out of bed and going to work every day?
Oh yeah, exactly.
We could just make atomic batteries for everything.
Well, all right. Do you know what the Baghdad batteries are, McFly?
Yeah, that's like the first battery.
Yes. Well, the first recorded version of the battery, and then a Baghdad battery was basically batteries that were created in pottery in Egypt. Okay, so they had these batteries, and they know that it was basically
You
like
mean like a
giant
pyramid?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
And they're all over.
Why
Check
would
out the
they give?
Bosnia pyramids. They're all over the plane, but you know, shh, don't. Let's not talk about it. There's nothing to see here. Keep moving.
Even have
So
them in Rome.
So they had light bulbs too. If you look at the hieroglyphics, it's clearly a light bulb. You can see everything. You can tell
It's
it's
a
clear
light bulb
glass.
moment. Oh, it's enlightening. Oh, hello. Is your third eye switched on? Oh, hello.
They said
Oh,
that was a snake in a jar. That's what
the
somebody
old,
was saying. That was a
oh,
snake in a jar. Did you hear that?
yes. Those nasty purveyors of snake oil, and that's why the serpent is wrapped round most of their emblems. It's all symbolic, don't you know? Virtual signalling. Shh, keep moving. There's a great movie on this week. Get your popcorn.
Yeah.
Give them bread and an arena. They will never revolt.
Oh shit, JJ Sinatra. That's my boy.
Hey, there you go.
What's up, JJ? He almost had a show on MTV, that guy. Real shit.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What's up, JJ? How you doing?
He's a good dude. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Actually,
Yeah, the geomagnetic storms, they do affect more than you think. That's why we used to have a whole lot more lead roofs everywhere and stuff, guys. Look into it, the domes and the lead around them. See what they was for, harnessing. And the copper strap that run down to the ground. Hello, grounding it. Why would you need an earth? Because of the power.
Yeah. That's why they had to make lightning rods and buildings. Because they're all getting hit by lightning. That's why they had to
And
ground it.
and in that moment you can retain that power, but it's a retention that's been blinded from us, you know, it's hidden technologies.
Yeah.
This is thing they used to have back in the days in Mesopotamia back in them days. This is all old technology. How do you think they built them structures? How do you think they built the Babel of Tower? Come on. I don't want to give it any recognition. But there you go.
They said that the Tower of Babel is that thing in Iraq that
Yeah.
the
The
U.S. Army was at.
They found core drill holes from the Aztec times, you know. They're diamond drill holes. They're something that I done when I was 20 years old, and it was considered new technology then. Come on, guys.
I heard they were trying to say that if you like put sand in the crack and spin it real fast, that's how they get those perfect holes. That's what they were saying. You ever heard? You never heard that?
No, I've heard about spitting sand in the crack, but I think it's referring to something else. Sorry.
I used to always watch these shows, and they were like, they had some guy in Ohio who was like building these crazy like pyramid things in his backyard, and he was showing how to move them. He's like, this is how they used to do it, and he was moving like big stones like that
I've
you
seen
shouldn't
it.
be able to move. You seen that? Yeah. So
I've seen that.
pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
with using his own weight.
Yeah, and or like putting one stone in the
Yeah.
middle, like these gigantic,
Yeah.
like
And
huge
it kind
stones.
of worked. Yeah, it worked in a way, but I'm not sure it'd work with them great big megalithic things that they've got over there. You know, it's a credible applause what he was saying, but you know, scaled it up to the scale of what they actually are. Look, imagine what that would take.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. But he had like little pyramids in his backyard and stuff. You see that? Like,
Exactly. Yeah. But
yeah,
have you
like little
ever
megaliths in his
actually been to
backyard.
the pyramids? Have you ever actually been and stood next to them pyramids?
No, I always
Yeah,
wanted to go.
the first layer of blocks is bigger than you.
Yeah, that's
Them
crazy.
things are huge, man. They're Goliath, you know. They're bloody megalithic. That's why they're an absolute phenomenon and a wonder of the world, and we're all archaeologically lost these days, and no one knows, and it's a phenomena and a miracle and all this BS, man. They know exactly how it's all done. They just keep us dumb for a reason. That's why there's so much chlorine and all goodness knows what in the waters that we're drinking and what to dumb us all down.
Yeah.
You know, Fluoride being the number one. Fluoride is the number one that dumbs us down.
That's why I think everybody should take some mushrooms once in a while. Help them. I really believe that.
I
Though.
like lion's mane's mushrooms. They're really good.
I've heard good things
Chaga,
about that.
chaga mushrooms good, but they're healing. But they're healing benefits rather than psychedelic.
Yeah, isn't those kind of mushrooms the chaga ones? Aren't they like cordyceps?
I couldn't tell you all the ins and outs of them. I'm not that knowledgeable on them, but I've been past them before to try them myself for other ailments.
Cordyceps are like the mushrooms that sometimes grow out of bugs and stuff, like in the Amazon, and they use them.
I think they grow on the side of a tree. They almost look like a piece of hard bark.
I got you. Yeah, no, that's something else. What's up, C. Chester?
Hey, C. Chester, good to see you.
What's up, C. Chester?
I liked your latest short today. It was very good. I think it's the one you can see your face at the very end on there. I've liked that one for you today.
The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, The Last of Us is excellent.
That's it. The Last of Us. Yeah.
What's up, C. Chester?
Mohicans.
How you doing? So let me ask you guys something. IOC and Chester and Kat, have any of you ever heard of the Philadelphia experiment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys know about it?
That like people like they try to do like some kind of time transfer or something. They did it, and then like when it came back, people were like supposedly melted into the ship, like fused with the ship.
That's crazy.
You never heard that? Yeah, and that was like right here, like on the Delaware, man. Like, you know, at the naval dock and shit, like where the naval yard is in Philadelphia. So they said that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, his ex-merchant marine, Carl Allen.
Yeah, but some people say that was a story too. Like, could have been, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
There was a movie made about it too.
Yeah,
there was. There was. It's just a ship, according to the CIA. Allegedly. Allegedly.
It was an experiment that went wrong.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's watch a quick short on it.
Oh, cool.
Welcome to Mr. Dark Hero. 1943 मा US Navy ले एक अचम्मको एक्सपेरिमेन्ट गर्यो जसलाई फिलाडेल्फिया एक्सपेरिमेन्ट भनिन्छ। भनिन्छ कि यो एक्सपेरिमेन्टमा USS एल्ड्राइड नामको शिप डिसपियर भयो अनि टेलिपोर्ट भएर अर्को ठाउँमा टाइम ट्राभल गर्यो। विटनेसेसहरूले भन्छन् कि यो एक्सपेरिमेन्टपछि केही सेलर्स डिसओरिएन्टेड थिए अनि कतिपय त शिपको मेटलमा फ्युज पनि भए। आखिर यो टाइम ट्राभल थियो कि एक र्युमर मात्र? यो रहस्य अझै पनि अनसल्भ नै छ। Hey everyone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just kept hearing that song.
It's crazy, allegedly.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's that's something that I was told when I was a young boy. I was told that story about the Philadelphia experiment, and that was before it was very well known. You know what I mean? Once the internet came out, it blew up like everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were basically trying to experiment with allegedly with teleportation. They wanted to take the whole ship from point A to point B, and it's that theory that we've seen in all of those different movies where they take a piece of paper and they're like, you know, they draw 2 points on a piece of paper and they're like, what is the shortest point between those 2 points? Does anybody know the answer?
Yeah, you fold it in half.
You fold it so that they meet, and then you just pass right through the 2 holes. And that's basically allegedly what they were trying to do with that, just to sum it up in layman's terms, and it did not work. I have not seen the movie. I haven't.
Did you ever hear about
the
Pennsylvania Roswell?
Yes, it was actually it was just, I don't even want to say south. It was west of you. It was west of you. It's more central PA than Philadelphia, but not very much.
Yeah.
It's like just outside of where you get out of like urban land. You know what I mean? You start getting out where it's more rural.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
What
what's
was
that?
it? What was the name of that town?
They begin with a K.
Oh,
Kuckensburg or Corgensburg or something.
hang on a minute. Hang on.
You said it's in
Kettlesburg.
Roswell, Pennsylvania?
No,
It was
no.
the Roswell of Pennsylvania, they called it.
Yeah, Kat. So
Right.
here's I'll tell you guys the story the best I can from my memory while I look up one
It's
to
Kecksburg,
See?
Kecksburg.
That's my
Oh.
photographic memory. I remember something
Yep.
K and Berg.
Yeah, okay, so you're similar to me. No, seriously, because that's what I would remember, and I've said that to people, and they're like, "Oh, is it this?" I'm like, "Yes, that's it."
It sounds like Kecksburg or Kettlesburg.
All right, so let me look that up.
They
Kecksburg.
actually have a model of the alleged object created for unsolved mysteries, and it's displayed near the Kecksburg's fire station.
Okay, do you see what it looks like, Kat?
Yeah.
It was the Nazi bell, they said.
Yeah, please describe to everybody what it looks like.
A bell.
Yeah, it does look like a bell, and it has some writing on it too.
Okay,
It's like a snotty color.
So the conspiracy theory behind it is that just like a lot of different things, the Yahtzees and you know Spitler, their leader, he wanted to get into a lot of different things, try and just get whatever power he could accumulate through whatever, through the occult or whatever. It doesn't matter. So, like, that's where the theory behind a lot of the Indiana Jones movies, like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Who was after that? It was the Yahtzees. Who wound up melting like wax at the end of the movie? The Yahtzees,
And then the Americans got it and they came to Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So here's the thought behind it. I can't remember what the name of the bell was, but basically they had built this bell and they were going to try to time travel. And the theory is that it did disappear. I actually think I think there's a movie. I think it's Hellboy. In the beginning, they're doing something like that. They're trying to experiment with time travel, but this bell was part of it. And what wound up happening is they say the bell disappeared. Eyewitnesses said it just disappeared. Theory is it wound up in Pennsylvania years later. They actually did travel through, and that's what the UFO actually was. So,
in Wikipedia, it has like the antenna, afterbody, recoverable data capsule system, and everything that was in it. That's weird.
What, in the UFO?
Yeah, trajectory control jets.
It was a weather balloon.
Oh, don't you love that?
Right.
Everything's a weather balloon.
The
Right, guys,
1965
it's
Pittsburgh UFO incident.
it's 1:56 a.m. here, guys.
Acorn-shaped object in
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
Andy, you're in
concealed a
England,
deeper-
right? Or
Yeah.
Australia?
No, Andy's in England. He's in the UK.
England?
Yeah. So I'm going to call it a night, guys, if that's okay.
All right,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
Good
But-
night. Sweet
Good night,
dreams.
you all. You
Thanks
too.
for
Thank you.
coming on.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much, IOC, for coming on. Thank you very, very much. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you
Thank
for having me. Thank you, everybody, for listening and enjoying and sharing love and sharing energy. It's a beautiful thing. And I was going to say to Trojan, I'm just going to be ready now for the next quarter of an hour if you're ready. And we'll hook up now. Thank you, everybody. Blessed be. Thank you.
Good
Much
night,
love.
Andy.
All right, good night, Andy.
Backstage, could we please restart this video, if you don't mind? Thank you.
Imagine a serene Pennsylvania evening in December 1965. Suddenly, a massive fireball streaks across the sky. Residents of Kecksburg rush outside, curious about the glowing object that crashes nearby. It's not just any ordinary meteor, it's rumored to be a UFO. The military swiftly arrives, cordoning off the area and whisking away the strange craft. Eyewitness John Murphy described it as an acorn-shaped object, covered in hieroglyphics. The incident sparks wild theories. Was it a secret satellite or something more extraterrestrial? Despite investigations, answers remain elusive. the event raised more questions than it answered, leaving a lasting mark on UFO folklore. Could this have been a government cover-up? Even today, the mystery of Kecksburg intrigues many, reminding us that not all secrets stay buried in the stars. Imagine a serene...
What if the 1965 Kecksburg UFO incident, involving reports of a crashed acorn-shaped object in Pennsylvania, concealed a deeper mystery? Witnesses observed military intervention and a swift retrieval, sparking speculation about an extraterrestrial connection. Despite official explanations like meteors or satellites, the event's secrecy adds an air of intrigue, leaving open the question of what truly transpired in the Kecksburg woods. What if the 1965 Kecksburg UFO incident...
Nice. Yeah, so I mean, who knows what it could have possibly been, but all the things that I've read, that's what happened. They listed as some kind of UFO crash, and then the military was immediately there, and they wound up. There was someone that was taking pictures with an old camera, and they wound up getting their camera taken, and people were, basically told to forget what they saw if they saw anything. So,
Yeah.
It's interesting. It is.
A lot of straight crazy stuff happens in Pennsylvania, man.
Yeah. People don't. There is a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah, so crazy. Like, weren't we Pennsylvania was the first USA, what do you call it? Like Washington, D.C., we were the first capital of the United States.
Yeah. America, they signed the Declaration in Philadelphia.
Yep.
I used to
Did you ever
ride
look
my
at
bike
this?
in front of there all the time.
Did you ever look at some of those signatures on that? Like, how many are Muslims?
Muslims?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like people are like, oh, all these Muslims are coming. Da, 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 da. They've been here since we signed the Declaration of Independence. Like, come on, people, get real.
Not like UK right now.
Well, there's
UK.
a massive influx, especially to UK, but it hasn't just been the UK. There's been a lot of other countries over there that there's been mass influxes of especially Muslims, like France.
Yeah, France, even Italy is starting to happen too.
Mhm. Yep. So, well, I just want to let you guys know too. I have to call it an early night because I have a very early day tomorrow. So I'm gonna be bouncing out of here in a couple of minutes.
Well, I'm saying why don't we just end it then anyway? It'd be like
Yeah.
2
I'm
minutes.
10
fine.
o'clock.
Yeah.
2 hours.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for coming in tonight. It was great having IOC with us to sit and chat for a bit. It's always fun having chats with him. Kat, thank you very much for coming up on the channels tonight and speaking
You
on the
are
podcast.
so welcome, and I thank you for inviting me on. I actually am working, but it's nice that I could work from home and be able to be on the podcast.
Yes.
I got
Yes,
about 2 more
absolutely.
hours of work, and then I'm good.
Nice.
So thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for coming on. I know you're very busy. I could tell. I
Oh,
knew
no,
you
no,
were
no,
working.
no, no. I don't use that word. I'm not very busy. I'm very productive. You know what busy is? Being busy is just being under Satan's yoke.
Yes.
Mm.
It's
I like
absolutely
that.
right. Absolutely right.
I never heard that before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, many years ago, I'm like, I'm not using that. I'm productive.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for staying on. Cat, if you want to just hang out for a minute, we're gonna chit chat. But please,
Oh,
everybody, stop in Saturday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Hopefully, we'll have IOC back on. And hey, until then, just like Eagle Nick says, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Peace.
Catch you later, Bill and Ted.